What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the High Performance Trader. I am your host, Joshua Salvetti, and today is a good day, man. It's a really good day, and it's just because we had really good price action. And I don't know about you guys, but it feels like it's been a while since we seen price action like this. And I know you're probably excited. I'll do a breakdown of how we traded today. We did very good today. I traded both accounts. I traded my Top Step funded account here. We ended up locking in more than this, actually. It was around like $900, but off this one trade, we hit a beautiful trade. And I want to tell you guys what it is I did, why I entered when I did, what I was looking for in the exact moment. Okay, because there's a bunch of garbage on YouTube, right? A bunch of he said, she said. I want to show you guys exactly where I pulled the trigger, exactly why I pulled the trigger, so that you guys could take trades like this as well. Okay, you'll see here we took a long here on QQQ. We called it out in the Discord for the team as well, so that's something that we're going to be going over. Just beautiful setup, man. Look at this, just high and tight. Beautiful execution today overall. The team did exceptionally well, and I'm really excited to go over it. All right, so first thing I want to do, and before I forget, guys, I might be crazy for this, but I literally just cut the price of Trader Bootcamp and the monthly subscription in half. Literally in half. You could get on HPT today for less than $30, okay? It's $29.99, 20% off if you want the monthly. And Trader Bootcamp is $99, locking you in for a full year on our team to come trade with real traders. Traders that are not just leveling up in the charts, but in their life as well. So take advantage of that. Check out those links below. It is a phenomenal resource, but more on that to come. All right, so let's talk about these trades. The first thing I want to do is go back over to the Discord so I could show you guys exactly the trades that we took and when I took them. So this one was on SPY. All right, I traded SPX here. We cleared over 46% ROI here. Trading areas of value. And that's exactly what I want to talk about today. Okay, now everybody that's been following me, they know I have a 3-step approach that I use every single day to get in the market. But the market conditions have taught us that we need to get in the market a little bit differently. And that's exactly what's most important, okay? Trading is never a concrete, certain game, all right? We are constantly evolving, all right? Us as day traders, we got to come to the realization that nothing is permanent. As a matter of fact, I don't even want permanent, all right? I was reading this book, and they had this phenomenal quote. It says, a leader is his own raw material. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. A leader is his own raw material. What does that mean? To me, that means to become a leader, and no matter what it is you're doing, you have to identify what's in your way, and that becomes the way. Okay, so basically what that means is in tough market conditions, we get a chance to level up. We get a chance to modify our strategy, to tune it, to tailor it to our needs as a day trader. And that's exactly what I want to talk to you about today. All right, because you guys know I'm always trading my 3-step approach, okay? And we're going to break that down a little bit more as well. All right, so to really do this correctly, I want to show you guys, all right, what the 3-step approach is and what we did differently today. Okay, so if you click that link below, it's going to bring you to my website. Okay, and over here, you're going to be able to get a more in-depth understanding of our trading strategy. All right, so basically, it's made up of 3 components. Now, this week, we've altered it with one more variable. Okay, and that's what I want to talk about. So, number 1 is identify the critical level. All right, this is open print. All right, open print, end of day, previous day high, low. Okay, these are key levels because the volume. Okay, volume is very important. It plays a mega role in what we're here to do every single day. Okay, if I'm a trader, I got to come to the realization that I can't move price. The banks do. So I got to learn what they're doing. I got to spot what they're doing, and I can only do this off key levels. Okay, step number 2, moving average cross. we've kind of changed this. Not necessarily do I need a moving average cross, but I need price action to be respecting moving averages. All right. I need some sort of play. I need buyers or sellers off the 20. I need a moving average cross. Okay. I need a clean, healthy trend. All right. Now, number 3 is that RBI, GBI. All right. That's the key entry criteria. All right. So what we've done this week was add a 4th step. All right. And like I said before, guys, anybody that wants to join the team for half off right now, click the link below and take advantage. It is a very good, hold on, let me just make sure here. Yeah, everything's been updated here. So yeah, when you click those links below, you'll be able to take advantage of that. But what is the 4th step that we've just implemented, and how do I actually use it to execute? So it's what I like to call an area of value. Okay. So basically, the easiest way to say this is anytime you get yourself a red or green bar that's been ignored, meaning the following candle breaks the high of it, you draw a box. And that box, which surrounds the RBI, becomes the area of value. All right. Look at these retests that we got at this area of value. Now, I could go on much further into a deeper understanding of what's actually going on here with price, but at the end of the day, I want to give you guys the tools you need to make money and skip kind of everything else, right? Like I want you guys to understand here that when this candle, okay, this red candle right here gets ignored or disrespected, right? What that means to me is there's trapped sellers here. Okay. There's a bunch of sellers that got into the market. Maybe they got in a lot of shares and they can't just get out of their trade. Okay. Maybe there's just a lot of liquidity here at previous day high and these sellers rush their move. It doesn't really matter what happened. What matters is that these sellers are trapped. All right. They're upset. They're in losing positions. So as price comes back to their level, they start to stomp out of their trade. Now, when sellers stomp out of their position, they're actually buying back shares, which is adding to the buying volume. Okay. This is why trading area values is so effective. All right. And it doesn't always work, but that's not what the goal is. The goal is to understand, hey, if buyers actually respect this zone, then the market's bullish. Now my edge is present. If buyers don't respect it, then sellers are in control and my edge is also present. I just need to target the other side. Okay. So that's the key behind our area of value. All right. Now let's talk about it here on SPY. All right. So we took this long right here. Once we identified buying pressure above end of day. All right. I hopped in long. Josh, why? Well, the same concept, guys. We have right here a red candle that was disrespected. All right. You guys see how this high broke this high. So that means, in theory, there are trapped sellers here. All right. If sellers can't push price below this low, this is telling me that buyers are happy and I want to trade with them. All right. It's just another way to identify acceptance. All right. So now let's whip out the QQQ alert. And let's see, right here at 12:01 p.m., I'm hopping in the market long. I'm calling it out so everybody can see. This is what the market looked like here on my Top Step account. Now, there's something I want to point out here. All right. So once again, exactly what we just went over. What is this right here? This is a RBI. All right. It's real, guys. This isn't rocket science. This is simple. And in good market conditions, this is what we can expect. When the market is in extremely erratic, irrational, and just unlogical conditions, we can't expect this. Okay. So I really want to make that distinction. Okay. When the market is very erratic and there's not much momentum, you don't want to trade whatsoever. When the market is in a rational state, it's in a healthy state, Okay, we got clean momentum. We got, healthy price action at and off critical levels. All right, this is the sort of price action you can expect to make money on. You get a red candle ignored. So what do? I draw my box around it. All right, now price comes in and I don't just go long right here. All right, I don't just go long right here. I want to point out here, though, notice the retest of the 20 EMA. All right, this is very important. So for anybody that's more familiar with my Discord or my teachings or my course, you guys know one of the main things I teach in Trader Bootcamp is how to spot healthy trends. Okay, this is a healthy trend. Why? Because the moving average is being respected. All right, so I don't want to just enter into the market long right here because I'm not getting any moving average play right here. Yeah, we're retesting the area of value, but I have nowhere logically to put my stop loss. So there's no trade for me right there. Okay. So now the next thing I move on to is I go, all right, let's wait. I want to get into this position, but I need somewhere to put my stop loss. Let's wait for that 20 EMA and see what happens there. And once again, until price breaks this RBI, the conditions are bullish. Okay? So the RBI becomes my guideline. It literally guides me the whole entire way. All right? If I spot an RBI, I don't necessarily need to get into the trade. All right? I just need to wait for the retest. And that, my friend, is the most important part of this whole session. Okay? So all in all, what I really need you guys to take from this is, our 3-step approach, okay? The RBI, the moving average cross, the critical level, all right? What can we take from that and how can we apply it to today's price action? Well, A, we know how to spot critical levels, okay? We need to spot critical levels because that's where the volume is. B, I don't necessarily need a moving average cross, okay? In these market conditions, I'm looking more for just healthy trend. And then C, that RBI, GBI. I don't necessarily need to get into the market long as soon as that happens. I want to wait for the retest coupled with the EMA respect. All right? Like when the EMA is getting respected, dude, you can expect a very healthy move to the upside. All right? And that's exactly what we got. I mean, look at this. This thing literally rallied. And that wasn't the only one. All right? Let me whip up the 5-minute here on Qs. Let me show you. Guys, this is the biggest takeaway. Like, I need you guys to take from this. Okay? Once again, market opens. It's rallying like a bat out of hell. There's no repeatable approach for me to entertain or participate in the market in the morning. Okay? So I stay patient. Oh, right here, we get a red candle, ignored. So what do? I draw a box around it. Notice here, this box, once again, this is the red candle that was ignored. So it becomes an area of trapped sellers. All right? There are literally sellers in this box that are trapped. They're trapped because price broke the high. All right? So what I'm looking for is acceptance. Buying acceptance here means longs, and that's where we took a long on SPY, right? Right here. And the 2-minute shows it very well. Okay, once again, here's the RBI on the 2-minute, and notice here how price can never break the low of the RBI. Never could break it. Rallied. I caught a little scalp to the upside on SPX, and I was done with that. Now, let's go back to the 5-minute time frame on SPY and on QQQ. And real quick here, let me just go back to the Discord. Where and when? All right, right here at 12:01, I'm in long. Okay, so I'm entering into the market at 12:01. Let's see exactly what that looked like here. Bam! The 12 o'clock candle is this guy right here. Bam! $12. So on this candle, I'm actually entering into the market long. let's just go through this one more time, okay? I've spotted multiple RBIs. We got one right here. And I'm going to make this one in red, okay? We got one right here. Bam. So now, remember, I'm not just going long here, okay? I want to see the retest. Get a retest here. We get a retest here. And then right here, we're also getting a bounce off the 20 EMA. I still don't go long right here. I want that RBI, that one more RBI right here, so I could enter into the position and put my stop loss right below it. Okay? Market rallied, and we got a phenomenal move to the upside. And guys, don't for a minute think that was the only opportunity today using this strategy. All right? Look, we get a red candle right here. We get a red candle ignored right here. That's another long play. You could see here, price can never, sellers can never break the low of that RBI. So, biggest takeaway, if you want to master trending markets, make sure you're using the area of value. I appreciate you guys. I absolutely love you guys. I feel really good. I feel like good price action's coming back, and we knew it would, right? So we're going to be executing. We're going to be crushing it. Discord's going to be killing it. Guys, click those links below. Take advantage. Join a small but strong team for literally half the price for a limited time and become the absolute best version of yourself. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next recap.